Welcome to another video, Suerte del Molino Farm, Andalusia in Spain. Here we want to be part of nature, and the most important first step for us is to be part of the land, of the soil. Here we have some apples. The first time we will have some apples. We are on the farm 16 months. We planted the tree ourselves and we are excited. We are here where we feed the soil. We don't just take. Here is a swale full of manure, and then the berm covered with some mulch, and then our tree. This is how we like the relationship to be. It's like a mother and a fetus, the umbilical cord. Depending on what the mother consumes and her health, that is conducted through the umbilical cord to the fetus. Industrial farmers, hats off to them. They take from the land, and the land is getting poorer and poorer. Therefore, what we consume is poorer and poorer. Small farmers, they are the umbilical cord between the land and the consumer. What we eat comes from the land. And this is the importance for us, to care for the soil. Here we cannot have that much organisms. The organisms, they consume these cellulose, and then when they die, it is released to the plants because of a lack of water. And this is what we are working on. This is our first priority: water. Our creek, dry creek, we have water in it, according to our experience, about 6 times a year. When it rains hard, a lot of water comes down. When it rains soft, obviously it gets absorbed into the soil and much less water does come down. We are building a dam wall here. We plan to have about 6 obstructions in this river, in this creek, in this flow, to divert it east and west over the land. This is almost at the bottom of the property, the northern side, which is the lower side, northern facing. We are happy about that. It's much cooler, and the wind, the sun doesn't dry out the land as on the southern facing land. Other places of the world, it is advantageous to have the southern slope, but here not. Depending on the amount of water that will come down, depending on the obstructions we will have further up, I will be able to calculate what I do with the rest of this. It will still get a little bit higher, and then I will decide on the spillway. structure in this creek should be higher than this swale so that water can feed in there. So it must be higher than my rickety bridge, and it will be more or less in this area. A lot of thinking will still go into this. The advantage is that there is a lot of dirt on the other side of that bank that one can draw down, and the narrowest part is just here. We will see. Much higher up we have the infiltration system. I am not sure if it will be good. This is the wall. The infiltration system is just behind us. If I put a leaky weir here, what it will do to this infiltration system, because somehow I believe this is more a fountain that infiltrates this area. And if I now add water from the side, we will have to see. That's my saying. This is where the creek enters the land. I have to finish this wire mesh. This is for the pigs. I don't want to put it in such a way that it will collect a lot of branches and leaves and then just blocks the whole area, and it gets washed away anyway. I still have to put many more stones on that side. And then the idea is, with my contraption, that the water will be taken into that swale for a kilometer or more. Once the water is in this swale, it can run towards the west. And this is also higher than the infiltration system. So in my mind, that infiltration system will also benefit from water infiltrating from higher up. The soil here is not so 100% clayish as the other parts. It's quite loam-like. What a beautiful view. I just like it. So the swale will fill up, and then this is an overflow. And runs into the next swale, and that carries on right to the other end. It's also nice to have some kind of pond here. Renovate this old pigsty. Keep dreaming. I like it. Till next time. Goodbye.